hello to you, my fellow Gooners, and welcome to Arsenal TV. Now, as you know, I don't normally do reviews on matches, but this match I really did need to do a review. And my review is on the North London derby, Arsenal versus Spurs, which ended up 2-2. Now, for us to be 2-0 down and to come back 2-2, we shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. All we have to do first is actually take a look at the lineup in the way Unai Emery set us up. Now, he went with the 4-3-3. The obvious one was Bernd Leno in goal. That was the main obvious one. Then we had our back four, which was Ainsley Maitland-Niles out on the right back. Then we had Socrates, David Luiz and Koležíček as the left back, which was our back four. Then we moved into the midfield. It was Torreira, Xhaka and Guendouzi. Now, you look at that midfield and you think you're playing with three defensive midfielders, but you've got no one that's going to be pulling the strings to create the chances. Now, the only person out of those three midfielders that was bombing forward and that was trying to create chances was Matteo Guendouzi. He was the one that was trying to pull the strings and trying to get forward to supply the service to Pep, Abba and Laka. Then we have to look at our front three, which was Pepe out on the right, Lacazette in the middle and Aubameyang out on the left. Now, that is probably one of the best attacking forwards in the Premier League, despite, Liverpool and Man City. We've probably got one of the best front three attacking players. So when you look at that, you do think, well, one, the midfield is not balanced. Two, there is no creative player in there that can supply the balls for Pep, Abba and Laka. The back four, if you look at it, you've got Socrates and David Luiz, which I didn't really have that much of a problem. But then you had Koležíček, and then you had Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Now, I know that Ainsley Maitland-Niles is not a predominant right back, but I reckon for now that might be his actual position for now. Not until Bellerin's come back. I reckon that he'll be another right back if it comes to it. Now, see Koležíček, I wasn't expecting him to play. I was more or less expecting Monreal to play, but obviously he left before the North London derby, which I kind of think that was a bad move. When you look at the bench, we had Dani Ceballos, Mkhitaryan, Willock, Nelson, Chambers and Ozil. Yeah, that was the lineup and that was the way Unai Emery set us up. Now, let's go from the beginning. Let's go from the actual first half of that game. The first 9 minutes of the game, we was on the front foot. We was a dominant side for the first 9 minutes. And then after that, the next 20 minutes of that first half, we was awful. The midfield was literally all over the place. Our defence was all over the place as well. Whatever Emery was trying to apply in that first half just didn't go to plan. Then you look at it and you think, well, at that point during that first half, Danny Rose picked up a yellow card. At this point, I'm thinking to myself, well, what Emery should have told Pep was that pressure Danny Rose, and then he will end up getting a yellow card and probably getting sent off. But no, what did he do? He told Pep to go and play over on that left-hand side. God knows why, I do not know. And then the first goal came, which was from Christian Eriksen. Now, everyone would say that it was a goalkeeping error. Not necessarily. I think that Leno was trying to stretch for the ball. And obviously, he didn't push it far enough as he reached to it. I don't think he pushed it far enough. And then you look at it, you look at the way Socrates was. Socrates was more or less, he was ball watching instead of marking Christian Eriksen. That was the problem. That was the problem. It was a defensive error, not a goalkeeping error. It was more or less, it was a defensive error because of Socrates. As I just said, he was ball watching. He was more concerned about where the ball was at that time and not marking his man. That's why we went 1-0 down. was because of that first goal. At 1-0 down, you're thinking, right, we can actually take that into half-time and think, you know what, we're not going to let our heads drop because we're still in the game. Then what happens? Granit Xhaka. Again. Now, at this point, you're thinking, right, we're 1-0 down, we're still in the game. We don't want no clumsiness up until half-time. Then Granit Xhaka gets a tackle on Song in the box. You stupid idiot. Why would you go and do that? Now, Granit Xhaka hasn't done it once while being at Arsenal. Granit Xhaka has done it year after year after year. When is it going to end? When is it going to end from him? And he was supposed to be our captain. He's supposed to be our captain, and he goes and does a stupid challenge like that in the box. And the way that Granit Xhaka went in that tackle, he was lucky not to get a red card. Very lucky not to. Then, you know, Harry Kane steps up, takes the penalty. Deja vu all over again. And then we're 2-0 down. Then at this point, you're thinking, right, we're 2-0 down. Considering the way we're playing, maybe a draw would be the only best thing we can possibly get out of this game, which was true. Then, all of a sudden, we're trying to get a goal. And then, Lacazette, we're going into added time. Lacazette gets a goal. Now, Lacazette's goal, it wasn't the first touch. It was the second touch as he brought the ball round to smash it in the net. That was a crucial touch, was that second touch. So then, and then all of a sudden, his celebration was literally standing in front of the Tottenham crowd. That's exactly what his celebration was. He just stood there. And it reminds me of back in the time when we played against Tottenham at Highbury with Thierry Henry, where Henry ran from one end straight down and done a massive slide in front of the Tottenham fans and just stood there. But this one, he was actually standing in front of the crowd of the Tottenham fans. So the halftime whistle came and we was 2-1 down. Now, at this point, I'm thinking to myself, right, Emery's got to change it. This is where at halftime I would be expecting Dani Ceballos or even Mesut Ozil, for instance, because he was also on the bench. But I was expecting Unai Emery to make changes. I was expecting him to say, right, I'm going to take off Granit Xhaka because of the challenge he made, which was stupidity. And then I'm going to bring on Dani Ceballos to give us that bit of creativity. But no, it didn't happen. Second half came around. We played out quite well. We created a lot of chances because of Matteo Guendouzi. Now, Guendouzi for me was man of the match. I thought he was absolutely superb. That's probably one of his best games in an Arsenal shirt. Dani Ceballos did not come on, not until the 63rd minute. Now, up until that 63rd minute, he made a complete impact. As soon as he come on, he done his hold-up play, which was good. He got from outside the 18-yard box and he took a shot, I would say roughly from about 30 to 45-yard shot that he took. And it was bang on target. He was getting us, trying to get us another goal. And eventually, that second goal did come. The second goal came in the 71st minute, which was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and it was the pass from Matteo Guendouzi. How on earth he saw that pass, I will never know, and how quickly he saw it. Aubameyang was just level with Vertonghen, I think it was, and Matteo Guendouzi, as he's cut back to his right, he's whipped the ball in, and as he's whipped it in, Aubameyang caught it on say half volley, and it went into the back of the net. Then we went 2-2. At this point, I'm thinking, right, we've got the determination, we've got that energy now to go and get that third goal. And as we was working towards that third goal, Tottenham's defence was falling apart, left, right, and centre. You had Sissoko, who was way out of position. And we was trying to attack their left-hand side. and we tried to attack their right-hand side a lot as well, and that's where a lot of their problems were. Tottenham wasn't covering their sides a lot during that second half, and that's where we started to open them up, especially with Denis Ceballos as well. And then the third goal actually did come from Arsenal. It was Socrates with a header, but he got disallowed by VAR because Sead Kolasinac was offside. They said that he was offside as the ball got crossed in. It wasn't so long after that where the full-time whistle went. Full-time 2-2. Now, the way I'm looking at it, Granit Xhaka cost us 3 points. He cost us 3 points if he didn't give away that penalty. Now, for me, in terms of the play and whatnot, I feel that for me, it's not a point gained. For me, it's 2 points dropped. If you look at the way the Tottenham fans were, when the Tottenham fans came out of the Emirates and came out of that match, they was more happy with the point. Whereas us Arsenal fans were more devastated and more angry because we didn't come out with the 3 points. I honestly think that we should have got the 3 points, because I think in that last 20 minutes, last 15, 20 minutes of that game, we were dominating Tottenham left, right and centre. And we should have picked up the 3 points. We should have at least got another goal, at least. But, we have to take it on the chin and move on to our next game. It's against Watford away from home, which is our next Premier League game. So, guys, that's my review. Let me know what you think. Do you think that Granit Xhaka cost us the 3 points? Or do you think that it's a point gained or 2 points dropped? As I said, I personally think it is 2 points dropped. Guys, thank you to the new subscribers that have subscribed to the YouTube channel. I really do much appreciate it. And if you are new around here, make sure you are smashing that subscribe button. Make sure you're hitting that notification bell so you do not miss another video. Make sure that you are hitting that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. And make sure you are leaving your comments below. And yeah, guys, until my next video, I will see you lot soon. I am out of here.